Good morning, everybody. So we're here at Houston SCCA, Houston Police Academy, for an autocross event. We brought the RTR out this time. We're not drifting today. We're autocross, so strictly grip racing. But yeah, we brought the RTR out. Take a look at this. I just washed it last night too, so it's kind of annoying. Yeah, we got my helmet over there. I got my race shoes and my race gloves back here. Give my camera a little focus. There we go. We're out here with Brian Garcia-Tirado, my buddy Ethan, Jordan Wheeler, and Jose. And he's right there. He's one of the cameramen today.
Did you know that Brian entered this in the autocross today?
I did not know that. If you guys don't know, he's from Netflix, from the show Drive Hard, the Manufle. He does autocross with it.
Literally, we gotta be here all day. Let me check something real quick. Okay, yeah, the audio's on. I'm just making sure. So thanks for the bad news, Jordan.
Hey, you know what? I always make a chance for you guys to get to hang out with me as much as possible. If I was out on track all day, then you guys are really missing out on the experience of a lifetime.
You know, you look crazy right now with your, what are those, auto dimming?
Yeah. You're talking about my Ferrari branded glasses? Oh, I'm sorry. I hang out at Maranello.
Okay, Smoke, I'm over here with my free Pit 5 thinking I'm doing something.
I really like this little thing. This thing looks insane. I like how small it is because it fits in this small trailer. I bet you it's fast too. I can't wait to see this thing out on track. When his RTR Spec 5 10th anniversary, then supposed. How you know it's an actual Spec 5? I'll have to ask him here in just a second, but I'm pretty sure you only get the Spec 5 batch if it's a 10th anniversary. I know for a fact you only get those if it's a 10th anniversary. I want those so bad.
Yo, I think you can't have them.
I know.
You can't. You're not getting them.
I know. I wish I could. Like, look at them. They're so cool. Way cooler than mine. Mine are shit.
Have 2 meals before they even run. Like, we're gonna be here forever.
Yeah, that's true. We're also going out. We're last running group, right?
Yeah. We're running forward each ship.
So, yeah, we're gonna be out here for a while, but who cares? It's all about the fun.
So we just went.
My instructor for the day, guys.
Banana chip already. Me eating got me 4 of these banana chips. Not sponsored by Buc-ee's. Yeah, so we were out there and basically we just went back and forth and I showed you some things to look out for, what some cars were doing. Yeah. We talked about left foot braking, driving with 2 feet, the whole shebang. Basically, the only thing we did talk about was your tire pressures.
Hey, yeah, no.
Setting tire pressures. Now that we got Jordan here, you guys got pretty much the same setup. What tire pressures are you gonna run front and back?
So I'm probably gonna run maybe 26 in the rear. You might be able to go a little bit higher. You might be able to do 30 in the rear because you're not putting down as much power as I am.
Yeah, no.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
I could probably leave it where it's at because I think it's at 32, 31.
So, on my car, what size of tires are in the rear for you?
305s and 275s or 295s?
Should be 295 in the front if you're running this.
Okay, yeah, it's 295s.
Yeah, so I ran 30 in the rear and 32 to 34 in the front, depending on the day. That was pretty much my tire pressures always set. The only other difference too is I use a tire sprayer between runs.
Yeah.
And I would spray them down. Did you guys bring one or no?
I did not, no.
Are you just gonna do it like men?
You know? Okay. And then just so you know, what we're kind of talking about right now, what Brian had brought up is running different tire pressures. Because when you're out at the track, you got to think about what's the track temperature out there? How much power are you putting down? What kind of grip levels do you have? So when you're really searching for grip, you're going to have to adjust those tire pressures. So by lowering it in the rear, it's allowing us to get a better contact patch. So then we're able to hook up a little bit better. We don't need to go as aggressive in the front unless we feel like we're really pushing out. But that's what we're looking at right now. One thing that I was talking about was whether or not I wanted to go ahead and adjust my coilovers right now. So what I noticed out there with a lot of the Mustangs is they were pushing forward, noses were picking up a lot. So I was thinking about softening in the front to maybe help with that, get that weight balance a little bit and not so much of the rebound of it.
How do you have it set up right now? Is it like 50?
It's 50-50. Yeah, it's mid. It's right in the middle. It's not set up to go stiff. It's not set up to go soft. It's our street setup.
Are you thinking about stiffening the rear?
I'm thinking about it. If I can get my hand back in there. And then softening the front, yeah, to balance that.
I've never told anybody this, but on the Challenger, that's exactly how I drove it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stiff and soft.
And I know that's RTR's recommended settings for road courses. This being a little bit tighter, not getting as much speed, not braking as hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really needed. And the other thing too that we got to bring into account here is that we were out there on track watching everybody, but we don't know the drivers. So we don't know what their skill level was, what they were doing, anything like that. and they might be on a fully stock suspension setup, so that could change it too. Whereas I'm running coilovers. You have coilovers on yours, or you have the Ford Performance Magnaride? Okay, so then that adjusts every millisecond for you. So it's like, do we need to worry about that? Maybe it's just we run out there first lap, see how it goes, and then it's quick dial for me.
Yeah.
You
tire pressures. Tire pressures all day. You just need to see where they're at now so you can adjust. And then I was talking to you about that. Yeah, you're right. We didn't think about that. The other thing, front nose heavy car, muscle car, right? You got the engine V8 in the front. So then when you do hit that brake, all that weight's gonna plant down.
Yeah.
So now you got weight on the front tires. I don't know. I don't feel like there's really any turn where I was standing with that. It's really gonna disrupt the car. They get plowed.
Yeah, the only one was like right there in front of me, but I think people were coming too hot through there. And I think that might have been it, because again, like we were just saying, is a lot of people who were driving the Mustangs, you were using the brake and gas like it was on and off pedal. Okay,
Yeah.
we got to be smooth in, smooth off. You don't want to do any heavy braking, heavy gas while turning the wheel. If anybody has ever done any kind of racing before, you've heard something called string theory. We can get into that into another video, but yeah, it's just you got to
Talk to that's what Jordan.
yeah, it's just feeling out the car and learning. And again, we don't know the experience level of a lot of people, so we're gonna go out there, feel it out, see how it goes, man.
Yeah, we talked about string theory when I was getting on the freaking on-ramp in the Bronco Sport. Yeah, we're talking about that.
Well, hey, it's got sport in the title, okay? You
I
know,
was saying, dude, the B Sport.
ready for anything.
All right, Isaac, with everything we've spoken about, what's your plan of action with your RTR?
I think I'm gonna put down the tire pressure in the rear, right? To 30. So
Okay.
I'm just saying because you're the one that's teaching me, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think 30 is safe. Anything below that. What you don't want to do is overpower the front grip with the rear grip. That's what we're trying to combat here, because you're going to plow. Your car is already nose heavy, right? The engine, transmission, everything is in the front, and you want to actually make the turn. So you don't want to plow, and then the car keeps going straight, and you have straight up understeer.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll keep your front tire pressures up.
Okay.
And then we'll monitor it, and we'll just go from there.
All right. Sounds good.
You excited? This child's play compared to your drifting. Let's do it though. Let's go.
Kind of is.
This is the reason why I don't autocross anymore. We're gonna be here for 9 hours and get 5 minutes driving. I'm just gonna say it. No one else is gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. This is why I stopped.
I agree.
That's why.
You agree?
I agree.
But then you get out there and you get that hit of dopamine and you're like, I'm really enjoying this. But then you get out there and work and you're like, okay, just kidding.
But here's the thing though, this is coming from a dude who goes and does drift events here, where you hit 3 turns and you're done in 20 seconds. Like, oh man, that was amazing. And then you go sit in line for 4 hours to do it again.
But I get as many laps as I want, not just 5.
Yeah, but depending on how many people are here.
Keep walking.
I know, I got plenty of
When I was here before, for one of the events, it seemed like these guys were just, as long as they had tires, they just kept going all day. Like there was no stop.
So we are pretty much ready to go. We're driving. I had my gloves on because I thought we were like getting ready to go like right now. So now I'm just gonna see how these feel in the car and all that good stuff. And then yeah, I'm pretty much ready to drive. I'm waiting for my group to go out. But other than that, yeah, so. Oh, these feel good. I like these. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, this will work. All right, Jordan, how you think you did?
I took 4 seconds off my time from last time out there. The only difference, I softened up the front and then I went ahead and put it in track mode. I think that helped, but I'm still not pushing it the way that I need to. I really want to get below that 1 minute mark. So hoping for another 3 seconds off this next one so we can get into that little space there. As far as I know, I don't think I've hit any cones, but fingers crossed, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm in the same spot. I don't know if I've hit any cones or not, and I'm nervous to find out if I did or not, but I'm also excited, so.
Hey man, as long as you hit more than I hit, that's all that matters at the end of the day, bud.
David, I'm coming for your award. So I was just talking to Jordan. He's gonna down his tire pressures, and I think he's gonna go into track mode. I'm gonna keep it in sport. I'm just gonna try to go a little bit faster because I feel like I can go a little bit faster. And if I can't go faster, then I'll put it in track mode next lap. I got 4 more laps. So we're gonna try this, see how it goes. And yeah, you guys are just gonna be watching. I have B-roll from outside of the car as well, thanks to Brian and Jose and Ethan, Jordan's son. So yeah, we're gonna go have some fun, check out some cars. Sorry, somebody's walking by. Or not check out some cars, the fuck. We're gonna go out, drive hard, and hopefully kick some ass. So we'll see how we do. So this time I actually paid attention to my time. It said 62. I don't remember the rest of the numbers, but it said 62. So we're gonna try to go a little bit faster and try to knock that down at least to 60. So let's do this. I forgot to record that last lap, but I got a 60. I think I got 6180 something or 173 or 6730. Point is, I got it down to 60 seconds, so I'm excited. That means I got it a minute flat. So that's fucking awesome for me. Yeah, let's go and do some more laps. 62.32. That wasn't bad. It really wasn't. It was a minute and maybe 2 seconds. So we did good, but I feel like I could do better. I feel like I could push it a little bit harder. This is my first time doing it in track mode, so yeah. But that was a lot of fun. So 2024 is going to be a fun year. There's going to be a lot of collaboration between me, Brian, Jordan. Yeah, so check out their channels because it's going to be crazy. All right, y'all, so that's AutoCross. Had a good time. May or may not have beat Jordan, but you hear, right? Shh, don't say that too loud. But yeah, I kicked his ass. Beat Jordan. I think my fastest time was, it was either 60.232 or 60.173.
And then I'm running 315 square, where you were running 295 in the front, 305 in the rear. And in the autocross setup, some people will argue, like, if you go to square setup, this is like my friend Artemis, Customs and Vet, he likes to have that offset kind of like a mail truck. You know, the mail truck has skinnier tires in the front, the was in the rear, and they have a tight turning radius. But at the end of the day, the Ford Mustang still has a big V8 and transmission in the front of the car that has all this weight. You've got these bigger tires in the rear, overpowering the grip in the front tires. And then I actually had asked you this, do you have any negative camber in the front of your car?
No, I don't.
So all those things play into a factor. So the things that I did to my car that immediately made a difference was the square tire setup, a dedicated autocross tire, which would be your Falcon RT 660. If you can find 615K pluses still, which I have 2 brand new was about, in 315. Upper control arms, I'm not sure how the Mustangs are set up, but increase the front negative camber. So when you do turn, that tire flattens on the turn and it grips up and bites. So those are just a few changes at your disadvantage.
So I know that with my car, I went with the recommended settings from RTR, which is more of a performance pack setup. So I don't know the exact alignment specs I have. I have it somewhere at home and I can look it up. And that also explains a lot about the traction, because when I was at COTA, it was such a hot day there. And with those tires, I had grip for days. Not once did that thing wiggle.
Yeah.
So
5.5 G2s, the 555 G2s grip really good. I was telling like Jose that I started out drag racing, but it was still a street car before I turned the car into the ultimate street car. And I would go to the drag strip and people are like, oh, you're getting your tires too hot. Like, nobody, no, I'm not, because I can feel them. The G2 is not able to get warm and get sticky. But with an autocross course, you're almost not getting enough time to put heat into those tires. They don't allow you to warm the tires beforehand. And I did see people out there with tire blankets.
really,
Yes, to keep their tires warm. And that's what they're trying to do, is keep some heat in the tire. But as you know, if they get too hot, they get grease and heat starts slips everywhere.
yeah. And so traction was my biggest thing all day long. And the other thing too is they didn't climb the track. And this is nothing against them, but like there's still tire dust from guys like Ike out there doing drift events and whatnot. There was gravel out there. So I mean, there's all this stuff that we're fighting on a cool temperature day. I would have been interested to see what the actual track temps out there were.
Okay, let's talk about the track temps, right? It was cold this morning, and then it warmed up a little bit, and then when you guys went out on the 4th run, we were out there, we're like, oh, it's getting cold again, and all of that plays into effect then. So, and here's the other part, there was water on the track, so your tires are getting warmed up, and then at the end of the first portion of the track, you hit water, and now your tires are getting cooled off. Talk about different temperatures and grip, dude. It's not ideal track settings, but I mean, it was cool how big it was, but all those things were working against us today.
Yeah, if I would have had the coilover setup that I have on a non-supercharged vehicle, I think I would have been doing a lot better. But I still would have been lacking the grip, because you did see issues with grip too as well, correct?
Yeah, I saw it started the same thing. What?
Yeah, and I think I may have already said this is one big difference between him and I, is you were getting into 3rd and 4th gear.
Yeah.
I never left 2nd, never. And it was even fighting getting into 2nd, because it was just like, it just kept wanting to slip out. And then if I went anywhere else, like it was a fight.
Yeah, it was real dusty. Do you remember when you were coming out to the figure 8? That corner was covered in dirt.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody, before you guys went out, we were sitting down on this tractor, and everybody coming around that corner, if they hit the dirt, their car immediately kicked ass.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was like slick as ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all those things play into effect. In San Antonio, it's next to the horse track, which is dirt, and next to the stables. So there's always dust and wind, and they always do the same thing. They send out the guys with the big tires, but classic American muscle bar guys. So we're out there like cleaning up the track. But the whole time you're just like, oh man, you're just going back and forth trying to find grip.
Yeah. And then not to put everything, of course, on the track or on the organization. Some of my flaws, I wasn't using the whole track. So like that back first big loop, I could have tracked out wider to line myself up and get more power out through there, maybe scrub a little bit of time there. But the farther I went out, then I guess this is me taking it off me again. The farther you went out, you started to hit the dirt again. So yeah, I think there's definitely some room to improve, but I would say for sure, I really like this, and I've learned a lot about the car from this. But I will say this, I would definitely like to get back out on COTA, maybe even MSR Houston, to really see how this car would do, because the last time I was out there, I was fighting overheating issues. And I didn't do that this time, because one thing that I did is Revolution Auto says they found with the Roush blowers, or the Radford performance blowers, sometimes that relay starts to burn out and starts screwing stuff up. I swapped that relay. Not once did my temps get over 204. And that's still under head temp.
So, I mean, I was ripping. Not once did it budge any higher than that. So,
But the climbing off to go.
oh, it does.
Both those cars really want to get up and go.
Yeah.
And I know the Mustang is better. I co-drove an S550 and I smoked my lap time. That my car with 20 grand has in it. And a stock S550, I outdid myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I need to stop putting money into this car and go get one of these. Because the stock Mustang was already doing what I wanted my Challenger to do. There's nothing against the Challenger. It's just that it's still to go straight.
Yeah.
And I'm making it do what it's not supposed to do.